Good morning guys, this is Vegan Challenge Week Day 5. So this morning I'm going to start off with some vanilla bean tea from Mighty Leaf. This is really good. It has a really subtle kind of vanilla essence and it's made with real vanilla beans and it's just really delicious. You brew it in 4 minutes, so it's really quick for the steep time. And then I'm just going to add a few dates on the side too, because I like that contrast of the tea. I don't sweeten my tea, so it's just the tea all by itself, and then the contrast of the sweet dates is just really pleasant. So it's nice to have as a snack in the evening or in the morning. And then a little later on, I'm having some watermelon. I have to work this morning too, so I wanted to make a watermelon smoothie for you guys, but it'll have to be tomorrow. I was really hoping to do that today. But I'm just going to eat half a watermelon, and then I'm going to make my ice blended chai protein shake. It's actually going to be like an ice blended chai with a protein boost. Alright, so I added some ice, just a large handful of ice, 1 frozen banana. I'm adding some almond milk. We'll add 1 scoop of the Vega 1 protein powder in French vanilla, and then we'll add a few dates, and then let's throw in some spices too. So I'm going to add a little vanilla extract first, and then we'll do some cardamom spice. And so with the spices, I'm just adding a dash basically from each of them, then a dash of cinnamon, and then a clove. So the cloves are really powerful. You only want to do 1 or 2 of those because they're really strong. And then I'll just blend it up, so make sure my settings are all ready to go. Turn on the blender, and then I'll slowly turn the power knob. I just turn that from 1 to 10 and then turn it on high and let that really blend well. So I just let it blend on high for about 10-15 seconds or so, something like that. Should be good. Turn off the blender and you're ready to enjoy your ice blended chai with a protein boost. That's really good. It's a nice way to start off the day before you have to head out to work. And then for lunch at work, Michael and I stopped at our favorite restaurant, which is Maca by Mana Foods. It's in Paia. We got our regular house burger, which is a vegan burger, and then a kale salad. It's really good, and it's definitely our favorite place to go to eat out. And it's all vegan, all gluten-free, which is awesome. And then later on when I got home, I wanted to make some granola for an acai bowl I'm going to be making later on. So I wanted to start this early. So I'm taking just my old-fashioned oats. I pour maybe 4 cups into a large bowl. And then I'm adding some of my Dr. Bronner's fresh pressed virgin coconut oil. Just a few drizzles of it, just enough to lightly coat the oats. And then I stir that around. And then I'm going to add some organic shredded coconut. This is unsweetened, so there's no sugar added in this. And I'm just going to add a little bit of vanilla powder along with that. So this is gluten-free, wheat-free, it's vegan, no nuts, no seeds. I'm really particular about my granola because seeds and nuts make me break out really badly, so I find it hard to find granola that doesn't have seeds and nuts, so that's why I like to make my own at home. So I just take a couple sheets of parchment paper, lay them across my baking sheet, and then spread out my granola mixture on it. And then I preheat the oven to 250 degrees, so it's going to be cooking on low heat. And then I just put it in there, and then I'll stir it every 20 minutes or so. And then I'll add a little bit more coconut about halfway through. Because coconut will toast faster than the actual oats, and so I wanted to have some, fresher coconut in there too, along with the toasted coconut. So I just do that halfway through, but that's why. So I cook it for 1 hour at 250, stirring it about every 20 minutes or so. And then you're done. You have now a freshly made batch of coconut vanilla granola with no seeds, no added sugar, and it tastes delicious in acai bowls especially. So after the granola has a chance to cool, then I just transfer it from the parchment paper into an airtight container. And then for an afternoon snack, I'm going to have these sweet mini peppers. These are just like little tiny bell peppers. They're really tasty and they're extra delicious with hummus. I love this hummus. Michael and I eat a ton of that. And then also these tomatoes, these grape tomatoes. Oh my goodness, I can eat these things by the handful all day long. And then for dinner, we're going to make these red cabbage and quinoa wraps or tacos. So I'm just cutting off the end of the cabbage and then slicing it in half. Look at that. That is a beauty. Alright, so I'm gonna cut out the sort of, I guess that little core or whatever you call that, whatever holds all the leaves together. You want to cut that out so you can get the leaves separated more easily. I'm also going to use some of this quinoa salad. We get that in a pack at Costco. You could totally make it at home if you want. It's just sometimes easier to just grab it already made at Costco. So it's got like cucumber, tomato, sort of like a pico de gallo mixed with quinoa and mung beans. And then olives, avocado, tomato, cilantro, some different things in there, my fixings. So I'm kind of making like red cabbage tacos right now. I'm going to just scoop in some of the quinoa first. So some of that quinoa salad into each of our little red cabbage bowls, and then add some slices of avocado, and then tomato, cilantro, and then some olives too. And this has become one of my favorite kind of light, fresh meals to have, just because it's good for lunch or dinner. And when you don't feel like having like a big heavy meal, which I rarely do, I kind of tend to snack most of the time and eat like lots of light, fresh things all throughout the day. It's sort of just, I don't know, it sort of changes your eating habits when you start going more plant-based and more fresh and colorful. And you have a lot of energy from this food too. I'm serious. I cannot believe how much more energy I have after kind of changing up my diet a bit. And these are surprisingly filling too. I couldn't finish the whole plate of them, so I'm gonna have to store 2 of them for tomorrow. They actually store really well. Just pop them into an airtight container and then into the fridge, and you're good to go, and you have lunch the next day, and they'll be perfect. And I use my Hydra Flask. This is a 32 ouncer. I just fill it with water twice a day and make sure that I drink all of that 64 ounces every single day. I know I'm kind of bad at keeping track of my water, so that's kind of helping me. And then I'm going to have some rambutans. These crazy little fruits are really delicious. They're kind of like lychee almost. They're like longans, lychee, that are sort of like in that same kind of family. So I just cut all the way around the skin, like just barely cut through the skin. And then you can pop the top off just like that. It looks like a little egg, doesn't it? It's like a little vegan hard-boiled egg, but it's fruit. It's really good. Anyway, yeah, they just look really crazy on the outside, don't they? And then the acai, this is the pack of acai. We get this at Costco. It's vegan, gluten-free, it tastes delicious. They come in these little separate individual packs, so I'll just throw one of those packs in the blender and add 1 frozen banana, a little bit of almond milk, like just a tiny, tiny bit, maybe like, I don't know, not even a quarter, well, maybe a 1/4 cup. And then just blend it. It's going to be really thick though, but you want it that way, because otherwise when it gets runny it doesn't taste as good. So I'm just blending that up and turning it, well, I turned it on high for a little bit there, and then off, and then there it is. So it's almost like a, you know, it's like a very thick, almost like ice cream or something, you know, but more creamy, maybe like a soft serve sort of thing. And so I just pour some of my coconut vanilla granola that we made earlier today over the top of it, and then add some banana, and then a little more granola. And then that is kind of my, I guess, my late evening snack after dinner. Alright, you guys, so that's all for this video, and I am going to go ahead and let you go. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.